it. Always showing you wrong from right. I'll let you guide me, just stay beside me. Oh, nobody wants to go it alone, and I just wanna stay here with you. You are a rainbow, so I am lucky. I am lucky. You are my favorite song. I am lucky. 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 Seasons change, but you're the same. Your love is constant. You've never lost it. Your voice is calling out my name. It makes me miss you, even when I'm with you. Oh, nobody wants to go it alone, and I just wanna stay here with you. You are a rainbow, so I am lucky. I am lucky. You are my favorite song. I am lucky. I am lucky. I am lucky. I am lucky.
A speedy welcome to the show for everyone. This is the Speed Lane on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM, and I am your host today. My name is Marysyntia Hangeior, and you know how we do it on the Speed Lane in the mornings. We explore topics that touch our everyday lives, spark opinions, and sometimes make us rethink what we thought we knew. And today we are diving into single parenting. Can a single parent raise a responsible child? Some say yes, but it requires extra work, dedication, and careful guidance. Others feel that children need both parents to grow up with proper values. Whether you're a single parent, you know one, or you just have thoughts on this topic, you can also call in and share with us what you think. Can a single parent raise a responsible child? The number for you to call is 090 3648 5868. That's 090 3648 5868. Can a single parent raise a responsible child? Now we know raising a child alone is no small feat. Single parents often juggle multiple roles, caregiver, provider, teacher, and friend, and all of that. That can be challenging, but many manage beautifully. Some argue that the presence of both parents provides a balanced perspective, emotional support, and guidance that a single parent might struggle to provide alone. Others point out that what truly matters is quality parenting, not the number of parents. We have seen single parents go above and beyond, making sure their children excel in school, develop good morals, and understand responsibly. Meanwhile, some say the lack of a second parent can leave gaps in guidance or discipline. And then there's society, the opinions, the judgments, and the pressure to stay together for the children. Sometimes you hear some people say, well, I don't even want to be in this relationship anymore. I don't want to be in this marriage anymore. But then I want to stay for the children. More like they feel, one parent alone cannot raise children to become responsible. Some single parents stay in a relationship for the sake of the child, while others choose to go to it alone, believing a happy, stable single environment is better than a tense household with two parents. So can a single parent raise a responsible child, or are there limits to what one parent can achieve? Now, you also can call in to be part of this conversation, and the number for you to call is 090 36 48 5868. That's 090 36 48 5868. Call in and share with us your thoughts on our topic of discussion this morning. We are talking about single parenting, and the question is, can a single parent raise a responsible child? Hello.
Hello?
Yes, good morning.
Hello.
Yeah, tell us your name and where you're calling from. Okay, we lost that. But don't give up. Call back and share with us your thoughts on our question. Can a single parent raise a responsible child? Number for you to call is 090 36 48 5868. Now, we often hear that no matter how you train a child, once you're a single parent, there's no way that child is going right, or we have all the values instilled. Some believe that it's only a father that can perform certain roles in a child's life, and a mother cannot fill in for that. And some say it's only a mother that can perform certain roles, no matter how you try to, raise that child and fill in that space, it never gets filled. But is that true? Like, is it true that a single parent cannot raise a responsible child, or is that just something that people say? Hello.
Hello.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, tell us your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Benjamin Samuel. I'm calling from Georgia Squad.
Welcome to the show, Gwenye Samuel. So what do you think?
I think the answer is yes.
Okay.
A single parent can raise a responsible child.
Mm.
You see, there are two types of single parenting.
Mm.
One is deliberate,
Mm.
and then the other one is accidental.
Okay.
There are people who deliberately don't want to have a
Yes.
relationship. What they need, they want to get a child
Mm.
and train the child the way they want to train the child.
Okay.
And then the other one is two people are into a relationship, maybe as couples,
Mm.
and maybe along the line they fall apart.
Mm.
So one goes with the child and raise the child.
Okay.
So one, it depends on which of the single parenting, but both cases, it is possible a single parent can raise a responsible child.
Okay.
Most times, even when couples are living together,
Mm.
it's still one parent who is more committed to raising the children.
Yes, yes.
Because if you have a father who is a very busy man, has a very busy schedule,
Mm.
and does not have time for his children,
Mm.
who takes care of his children is the woman.
Mm.
So the woman alone raises those children to be what she wants them to be.
Okay.
Uh, So raising a good child has no bearing with whether the couple live together or not.
All right.
It is inherent in that individual
Mm.
carrying that child and knowing what the child, or knowing what he or she wants the child to be tomorrow.
Okay.
Mm.
All right.
But there's an adage in few languages that
Okay. What does it mean? Translate to English.
it means something like a prostitute knows how to raise a female daughter more
Okay.
out of experience.
Mm.
So I'm saying that it is very possible for a single parent to raise a good child.
All right. Thank you so much, Samuel, for calling in to be part of this conversation this morning. If you have just joined us, you're on the speed lane on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. And this morning we are talking about single parenting. Do you have any comments or thoughts that people would say a single parent, no matter how much they try, cannot raise a child as responsibly as a child that has been brought up by both parents ruled? And some people say it doesn't matter if it's a single parent can also raise a responsible child. So what are your thoughts? Can a single parent raise a responsible child? The number for you to call is 090 36 48 5868. That's 090 36 48 5868. Call in and let us know your thoughts on our topic of discussion. Can a single parent raise a responsible child? And like we heard from Samuel, he said it doesn't matter if both parents are together. It's just the ability of even if it's just a single parent, it's just the ability of that parent to be able to put the child through, to be able to raise the child properly. And he also said sometimes two people can be together, like maybe they are not divorced, nothing, they are still in that marriage, but you still find that they are still single, there's still a single parent inside. Like he was given an example of maybe one spouse is not always around, so it's now left for the other to take up everything with the children, and all of that. But some believe that even in that case, once that let's say if it's the father, once that father figure is there and he's still returning home, then it's something for the children to look, and they are able to watch his attitudes and all of that. People say that once both parents are present, like no matter if another one is even less committed, the children are able to copy few steps and other things from their both parents. Like the boys have to look at some of the things that their fathers do and all of that to shape them in life, and the girls have to look at some of the things that their mothers do. And if it's only a mom that is there, the mom would not be able to train the boys and the girls to each face their own responsibilities when they grow up. And if it's only a dad there, the dad will not be able to attend to both the female children and male children needs. So what do you think? Can a single parent raise a responsible child? The number for you to call is 090 36 48 5868. That's 090 36 48 5868. It's the Speed Lane on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM, and we are talking about single parenting. Can a single parent raise a responsible child? You can call in right now and share your thoughts with us. And like I was saying, some argue that the parents of both parents provides a balanced perspective, emotional support and guidance that a single parent cannot do. Someone will say there are some roles that only a father can play in a child's life, and there are some roles that only a mother. But on the other hand, we have also seen some single parents raise children responsibly. Or is there something that we don't see, or we just see the surface? Is there something that we don't see on a deeper level? Also, when people want to, let's say, separate from a marriage and all of that, you hear things like, well, I just have to stay because of the children. I want my children to grow up right and all of that. What does that mean? Does it mean that a single parent cannot raise a child responsibly, or is there something else that they imply with saying that? And somehow society, there's this pressure of, well, that if you leave, or if that if you people are no longer together, it's possible that it will affect your children. Sometimes it's not just your opinion, society's pressure, opinions, the judgment, and stay together for the children. Some single parents stay in a relationship for the sake of their child. Yes, they stay in a relationship just for the sake of the child. And sometimes you'd find people saying, if not for these children, I want them to grow up right. So I keep wondering, like, does that mean that if it's only one parent, those children will not grow up right? And maybe if another parent is not actively there, then would that affect something in the children? Would it make them to grow less responsible that they should have, or anything like that? And we also see other examples of people who trained children alone, and some of them work out while others will not work out. So what is your opinion on our topic of discussion? Can a single parent raise a responsible child? The number for you to call is 090 36 48 5868. That's 090 36 48 5868. Call in and share with us your thoughts on our topic of discussion, because I mean, single parenting is not something that's rare. Would find it's not as rare, should I say. Most people these days are living, relationships and all of that for their own sake, maybe for different reasons. People have different reasons to want to leave a relationship. Sometimes it's not even on purpose, like Samuel said, it's not on purpose. There are ones that, let's say, it's a mistake, or life just happens. Sometimes life just happens. But whatever the situation is, do you think it's possible for a single parent to raise a responsible child, or is it not possible, from the way that people try to make it seem and say, well, even if you're tired of this marriage, you can just stay for your children, or you can just. We also had someone like that who said something like that when we're talking about bad relationships, and we had a lot of people say, well, sometimes you'd have to stay for your children. You have to think about the children that you've created, and you have to stay for them, and things like that. So does that mean that a single parent alone, or if one parent is, because no matter what you do, once parents are not together, then it's possible that the attention they'll get from one parent is not as much as they would have gotten it if both parents were together. So in that case, now, do you think maybe the children will kind of lack? Is it with love, or how they grew up knowing that responsibilities and all of that very well? Do you think that they will lag, or is it possible for children to still grow up right and responsible, whether it's a single parent or not? The number for you to call is 090 36 48 5868. That's 090 36 485868. Call in and share with us what you think, if you think a single parent can raise a responsible child or not. And maybe if you have been in that position, or if you yourself are even a single parent, you can tell us what you're doing. Like, how is it? Does it seem like something that is possible for you, or are you already doing it? And also, if you are raised by a single parent, I feel like you'll be in that position when you've become an adult and all of that. So you should be able to tell that, well, I was raised by a single parent, and this is where I'm lagging, and this is where I think only my other parents should have filled up for, and I don't have that. Sometimes you don't realize some of the things that you're lagging with as a child, but then when you grow up, you get to realize and start thinking, well, it's because I was raised by only my mom or only my dad. That's why I don't really have this kind of knowledge on certain things and all of that. I didn't have a mom to show me this and all of that. So you can start raising questions, like there are questions that are raised, whether it's only both parents that can raise children responsibly, or if a single parent can do it alone. So can a single parent raise a responsible child? The number for you to call is 090 3648 5868. Hello? Hello? We cannot hear you, but maybe call back and share your thoughts on our topic of discussion this morning. The number for you to call is 090 3648 5868. Hello? Okay. Lost that as well, but don't give up. Try calling back and share with us your thoughts and on our topic of discussion this morning. Can a single parent raise a responsible child? If you're a single parent, you can tell us how you're doing. Does it seem like it's possible for you? Because sometimes it's people who have been in that situation mostly that can really say something. Hello? Yes, good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, tell us your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Sandra, and I'm Gerevilla.
Okay, welcome to the show. So what do you think? Can a single parent raise a responsible child?
Yes, even me, I'm the single mother.
Wow. So, and you think you're raising your kids just right?
Yes,
Oh, okay. Boy,
my baby is my baby is like 6 years, six
mm,
years old, and if his father is here, he will not know.
mm,
Yes, so it's really a single parent.
mm,
As a child, very well.
mm. All right. Thank you so much for calling in to share that with us. We heard her, and she said she herself is a single parent and she's raising her 6-year-old just right. And that's another answer that says a single parent can raise a child responsibly. So, what are your thoughts? What do you think? Can a single parent raise a child responsibly? The number for you to call is 090 36485868. That's 090 36485868. Call in and share with us if you think a single parent can raise a responsible child. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
This is MCOC calling from Inagri.
Okay, welcome to the show, MCUC. So, what do you think?
Most times, who is in charge does not see the effect or the lapses. Like, sometimes, even in marriage, the person children might be a single parent. And the other person is not that in touch with the children. But there's all the touch of it. Like when you talk an orphan, like me, I grew up as an orphan, and my mom has single-handedly trained me up to this stage. I can tell you there are some things within myself that I've discovered as a man that I feel that gap of my dad. So seeing that thing is in a way now promoting people feeling as if we are not together, you can still do better. There is always a gap.
Okay.
Always a gap. So happens and you can't control it. The best you can do is just try as much as possible, because there are some conditions you cannot put them back in place, like going back to that relationship. Or this shouldn't promote anything like single parenting.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Yusuf, for calling in to share that with us. We heard him and he said, well, it depends on the parent themselves, like it depends on the parents, but no matter what, there's always going to be that gap that the one parent alone cannot fill for. There's always going to be lapses like that one parent alone cannot fill for. Sometimes it's not your fault, like we said rightly from the beginning. Sometimes it's not your fault to be a single parent and all of that. Those situations, just life happens and you just end up in certain situation. So what do you think when in that situation? If you're a single parent, how are you finding it? Like, do you think it's possible for you to raise your child alone responsibly? Like we had someone called and shared. And also, even if you're not, what are your thoughts on this topic? Maybe your observation with society. You've seen, as a human being, you just things come to your ears and things get to your eyes, even the ones that you don't want to be. You don't want to see, you still see it anyway, and maybe have some of these experiences. So, what do you think? Or even someone as a child, like last caller said, he grew up raised by his mom alone, and he thinks that there are definitely some of those gaps because he had some things that he had to learn by himself. Maybe if daddy was there, he would have been able to put some of those things through, and even if they don't actually tell you, you get to like watch them. Maybe they are your first role model. Yes, that's the word. Some of those parents are your first role model. Hello. Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Yes, good morning. Yes.
Yeah. My name is Dennis Yara.
Okay. Where are you calling from today?
I'm calling from Hangeior. Right now, I'm in Ireland.
Oh, okay. Welcome to the show, Dennis.
Yeah. Just like the saying goes, both hands watch each other. So children who are unfortunate, either by death or by separation,
Mm.
they used to suffer a lot because it's not easy.
Mm.
There's one man. I don't want to call his name on the air, and for the fact that he's also late, he had a wife. They had 8 kids, 7 boys and a girl,
Mm.
and the woman left him with the children.
Mm.
I knew the stress he went through,
Mm.
but the man was somebody who was determined to make sure that he gives his children the best.
Mm.
It does not come easy though. He was
Okay.
able to make sure that even the last of them was
Mm.
already in 200 level in university before he remarried. And
Mm.
this woman left when those children were very, very small.
Mm.
So it's usually very traumatizing to the children because you have a mother who would have been there when you could not do some chores yourself, and then she now decided to just leave for whatever reason. I
Mm.
will not know what it is the man has done that you have 8 children with somebody and then you decided you don't want to be with them.
Mm.
You understand?
Yes.
And the woman in question is still alive.
Okay.
She was trying to influence the daughter to marry who she wanted, and the daughter said no.
Mm.
You will not. If you wanted me to be like you
Mm.
would have endured and stayed and taught me that even my dad, who was a man, was the one who taught me how to first wear my menstrual pad. So I
Okay.
am more closer to my dad. I understand and respect him for what he has done for me.
Mm.
No disrespect to you, you're my mother, but you were not there when I needed you most.
Okay.
So it's a lesson for people to learn. There's nowhere that is gold. Sometimes it's just endurance and forgiveness that we're able to live together as spouses,
Mm.
and especially when children are involved, people should look at it because once the other person, if the other person goes, maybe by death,
Mm.
there's this saying that the cow without tail is only God that keeps flies away from it.
Mm.
So if somebody finds himself or herself in that situation,
Mm.
then of course there's nothing you can do. But
Mm.
when both parents are alive and decide to just go their separate way, well, some marriage and relationships could be toxic, especially when domestic violence is
Involved.
involved.
Yes.
I'm not really in support that the person should stay because the woman is the weaker sex, and
Okay.
some has stayed and then they ended up dying. But anything outside that, there are issues you can actually manage. It's just
Mm.
about we're here just for a while. Before you
Mm.
know it, your time is up.
Mm.
So I'd advise that when people are married and children are involved,
Mm.
they should better stay. And then, of course, if they are doing some negative things, it also affect the children. If
Mm.
you have a man who is beating the wife all the time, if he has boys, they will know that the best thing to do is to beat a woman.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
So, and then the mother, if the girls are in the family, they feel that yes, maybe if they get married, somebody will be beating them. Like so, it's not really good.
Mm.
So people should just learn to respect each other, and especially when children are involved, to be patient to see that they can give them a better life tomorrow.
Mm.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for calling in, Dennis, to say that. Well, we heard Dennis. He even give an example that you can view it from, and he also ended with an advice. If you're in a relationship, if you're in a marriage, and you should consider the children before taking certain decisions, because you never know how much it will affect them. He said it's impossible for everyone to be perfect, but for the things that we can actually control, or for the things that we can actually influence, then make sure that you try as much as possible to protect those children. And he even gave examples with some of the basic things. Maybe it's mom that's supposed to teach you about the adolescence, maybe as a girl child and all of that, all those maturity stage and stuff like that. But then if she's not there, and sometimes these children can bring back blames to you. That's if you're a parent and you're alive, like you're alive, but you decided to not be present in your children's life, then it's more like they can bring back that fault to you, and then you get the blame. But sometimes it's impossible for some people to stay, like he mentioned. It's impossible because you, before being a parent, you're a human being with feelings, with health, with yourself to take care of. So if you get to that breaking point, where you think like this relationship is too toxic and I cannot stay here and endure all of this for your own safety, then it's advisable to leave. Now that was from Dennis, and you also can call in to be part of this conversation. You're on the speed lane on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM, and this morning we are talking about single parenting, and the question is, can a single parent raise a responsible child? Now you too can call in to be part of this conversation. The number for you to call is 090 36 48 5868. That's 090 36 485868. Call in and share with us your thoughts on our topic of discussion: can a single parent raise a responsible child? And we have been talking about how when it has to do with single parents, sometimes it's on purpose, and that you're a single parent, and sometimes it's not on purpose. But we have heard different people say, well, for the ones that you can have a little control, maybe try to have control over it. And then there are people who say there's no way a single parent can raise a child to have everything. Someone mentioned that there are going to be lapses. There's no way. Sometimes it's not just about providing. There are certain things that children get to see first from their parents. Hello? Okay, we lost that, but call back again and share with us your opinion on our topic of discussion. There are certain things that parents get to see. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, tell us your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Michael.
Okay, Michael, where are you calling from?
Coming from Latvia.
Oh, welcome to the show, Michael. So tell us your opinion.
So, my own view in this conversation is that at times things do come with luck. There's a time you try, it will not work. But because I've seen director general that their children are not doing fine. You can see lecturers, you can see police police officers. You see their children are messing up. You see that they not brought them up in a good way or what? So to my own view, I feel that all these are love. When you are lucky, then things will move fine with you and your family. But when you are lucky, and you see, when you are teaching, for you to be a good teacher is when the person that you are teaching is listening. Okay. It's listening. But when you are a good teacher, but you are the person you are teaching is not listening. You see, what do you do? And again, you can see some of the children will be talking. Then they fail to understand. Then what do you do? Okay. So this is just by law. Okay. It's not because we have money or you're educated or so on and so forth. Okay. It is by law. All right. In a marriage side, you can see somebody will get money and they will see a divorce. Okay. You wonder what is the problem. Is that because of the woman are not feeling well, or what is her problem? You see, all this is, to me, my own view. It is just by law that this will work out. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much for calling in to be part of this conversation. We had a caller and he's calling all the way from Latvia, and he said it's by luck if a parent is able to raise a child, right? Whether a single parent or even both parents, it's by luck. It's not because you're doing everything just the perfect way. And he said, he gave an example that as a teacher, when your teaching is effective is when the person you're teaching is also listening. So we get that children sometimes can be
stubborn, and that's just how human beings are. They are different. There are going to be different kinds of human beings. The ones who you'd have to use a stronger hands on, and the ones who will just listen to you and all of that. So yes, children are stubborn, truly. So that's even one of the reasons why we would ask this question: can a single parent raise a responsible child? Since some kids don't listen so much, don't listen. So when it's one hand, that maybe that parent might even struggle to maybe shape that child and all of that if you're dealing with a stubborn child, or even any child at all. So that's what even raises concerns like this. If a single parent can actually do that much work to be able to raise these kids exactly how they should be brought up, responsibly. So what are your thoughts? We're talking about single parenting today on the speed lane, and the question is, can a single parent raise a responsible child? You too can call in to be part of this conversation, and the number for you to call is 090 36 48 5868. That's 090 36 48 5868. Call in and share with us if you think a single parent can raise a responsible child or not. Some people would argue that there's no way they are going to be lapses. Some people say yes, it's possible, but it's going to be hard. And some people think it's impossible for a single parent. You even hear someone insult things like, and don't mind this one, it's because he was raised by a single parent, that's why he behaves like this and all of that. So are those things just mean comments that are meant to hurt people involved, or is it actually true that a single parent alone cannot raise a responsible child? Number for you to call is 090 36 48 5868. That's 090 36 48 5868. And of course, we are streaming live on Facebook as well, and it's on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makudi. And let's read this comment from Facebook from Tiongi Greg Jr. And he said, "Good morning, Asking Radio. My name is Gregory, watching in Abuja. For your question, a single parent can definitely raise a responsible child, but it takes a lot of work and dedication to do that." That comment is from Tiongi Greg Jr. from Abuja. He's watching live on Facebook on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makodi. So like I was saying, there are some people who think that it will take a lot of work, that it's possible, but it will definitely take a lot of work. And that's one of those persons. It's Gregory Tiongi. And what about you? What do you think? Do you think it's possible for a single parent to raise a responsible child? Like, is it ever possible? The number for you to call is 090 36 48 5868. That's 090 36 48 5868. Call in and share with us if you think a single parent can raise a responsible child. And we have seen single parents go above and beyond, making sure that their children excel in school, develop good morals, and understand responsibility. But sometimes it still seems like it's lacking for some. I think most work, but well, I'm not in everybody's situation, so I cannot actually tell that. But sometimes they work, sometimes they do not work. And meanwhile, some say the lack of second parents can leave gaps, like we heard from our caller, can leave gaps in guidance and discipline. And some even say your parents each are your first role models. So maybe the girls have some things that they have to copy from their moms, and also the male children have some things that they have to copy from their dads. And when one parent is not present, it kind of leaves that gap, and maybe the boys will not grow up just the right way. And someone even mentioned that sometimes both parents are present in the relationship, in the family, but it still looks like one parent is single. And he gave an example of maybe the dad is not always around and he doesn't pay attention to the children and all of that, and it's only the mom. So in that case, the mom is a single parent in that relationship. But if you even look at that, even though the dad might not always give the children attention or always be at home and all of that, some people would tell you that just him being at home, Hello?
Yeah, hello?
Yes, good morning.
Yeah, I am calling back. My name is Dennis Iharo.
Okay, welcome back, Dennis.
What you're saying before my call got to abruptly, I want people to also know that I want to agree with other caller who said that sometimes luck plays some role in bringing up children.
Okay.
Because sometimes you have complete parents. There's difference between disciplining children and being a bully. Some people are bullies to their own children.
Okay.
And those children, they grow up, with a lot of fear. Sometimes it's just like somebody's coming back home and then the children are already, very scared, as if maybe somebody's coming to eat them off.
Okay.
You understand? So, when you have that kind of situation, you're not going to be, expressive enough. Those children are, constantly living in fear.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. So the issue is this: if you could have complete parents, but you see where a father who is a bully, makes the children to feel very uncomfortable, even in their own house.
Okay.
That's number one. Number two, when these children are and have a mother who, because as they are bullying the mother, bullying the children, they make it becomes he versus the family.
Okay.
So sometimes, if these women are the kind of women that endures for the whole of their life, of course the bully will get old and get weak. And then it's the time of the children to now take revenge. So you see where people not really taking care of their father in their old age because the man didn't make them feel loved.
Okay.
So this thing is a two-way thing. Like the computer will say, garbage in, garbage out. What you give is what you also get back. So people should know that it's not just saying you want to love. If you love, you will be loved as well. So, but you have to show that love and compassion. Show these children when they cannot provide for themselves that you are there as the defender and the chief commander.
Okay.
So if you're commanding with good deeds, then definitely you will expect that your soldiers, who are your children and who are going to be your next commanders in their life, will be good followers, and tomorrow they will do what you want. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much for calling back, Dennis. Dennis says he agrees with the caller who said sometimes it's by luck. It's not because you have done everything too perfectly. Sometimes it's by luck that you're able to bring up children, right? Whether as a single parent or both parents present. And you also said sometimes why it might look like one parent is single even while both parents are still together is because one parent might be a bully to the children or even to the spouse, and then it looks like that one parent that is being bullied with the children are like on their own. You get it? So sometimes it's because maybe the parent is present but it's not really doing enough to actually be noticed that this parent is present in their life, and the second parent is not just single. When one parent becomes a bully, he made an example of sometimes a dad returns and the children are looking for where to hide because they're scared and all of that. And for the most part, sometimes it's because that parent he's a bully to the family. That's why children, when they don't feel safe and all of that, it becomes as if it's only their mom. In this case, if it's the dad, like the example that he gave, it becomes like it's only their mom who is their active parent. So in that case, they are both in the marriage, they are complete family but we still have a single parent in there. So what do you think? It's the Speed Lane on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM, and this morning we are talking about single parenting, and the question is, can a single parent raise a responsible child? Now you too can call in to be part of this conversation, and the number for you to call is 090 36 48 5868. That's 090 36 48 5868. Call in and share your thoughts with us on our topic of discussion. Can a single parent raise a responsible child? Do you think it's possible? Some people say it's not. No matter what, there are going to be lapses, and some people say it's possible, but it will need a lot more work than it would have with both parents. And for other people, they say, well, it's easy, and it's quite easy to do so. So which side are you on? Hello. Good morning. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yes, I'm calling from North Bank. My name is Hangeior Scholastica.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So what do you think on our topic of discussion?
And it's very possible that a single parent can raise a responsible child, but it's tedious.
Okay.
The only thing is prayer.
Okay.
Pray very well, not tedious.
Okay.
Because if two parents are there,
yes,
they will raise a child in a very good way, but one parent, anyway, some things they will do perfectly, but some they will need another person to do it, not only one person.
Okay.
But it's possible if with prayer God help you raise a very responsible child.
All right.
That is tedious. It's very hard.
All
and
right.
Can do that.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mommy, for calling in to share your opinion with us. We heard from Scholastica Hangeior from North Bank, and she said it's possible for a single parent to raise a responsible child, but then it can be tedious. It's a hefty work to do. And we were saying that earlier because it's actually true that it's a lot of work. Raising a child, even with both parents, it's a lot of work to raise a child. So imagine it being a single parent alone. That's a heavier load of work to do. So she says it's possible for a single parent to raise a responsible child, but if both parents, it's tedious. So if both parents are together in it and contribute to raise that child, then it's more effective. So what are your thoughts? Is it possible for a single parent to raise a responsible child? The number for you to call is 090 36 48 5868. That's 090 36 48 5868. Call in and share with us what you think. Can a single parent raise a responsible child? And also, it's about time we'll wrap it up on the show this morning. So if you're calling in, make sure you call in quickly and share your opinion with us. We have been talking about single parenting, and single parenting isn't a one size fits all situation. What matters most is love, guidance and dedication. Some single parents rise to the challenge beautifully, providing that responsibility isn't limited to having two parents under one roof. And for those navigating this journey, remember your efforts, consistency and values can shape your children into responsible adults, no matter the circumstances. And we heard from various callers, so I hope that you have been able to get something there, and you have been able to apply it maybe from your experiences or your current situations and all of that. So as you go about your day today, don't forget to remember raising responsible children takes care, commitment, and above it all, love. And also, do not go anywhere, because coming up next at 10 a.m. is King James 90s Top 10, only on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. And I've been with you on the Speed Lane, and my name is Marysyntia Hangeior. Keep it locked in on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM and listen to more music of your life.
This is
Asking Radio 98.5 FM.
Radio is magic. Radio